Hey y'all, I'm back. Leave me and my ponytail alone, okay? I'm about to go out. But I wanted to talk to y'all about this. And fair warning, I'm probably going to be pretty nice nasty in this video. Because her name is Monique Lorena on TikTok, I believe. I think she's a mumble. And she made a TikTok basically talking about the same thing that I'm talking about right now. About how some of y'all are just petty as hell. And mean-spirited and conniving and just want to use left-handed stuff for no reason. So she inspired this video, God bless her. Ayubobo, right? And she's right. Like, the amount of inquiries and messages and things that I get, phone calls, etc., about y'all want to fuck up somebody's husband. Because you're mad that you were the other woman when you shouldn't have been the other woman in the first place. And you knew what you were getting into. And you want to break up that marriage. Now y'all see why I made the video cover the meme where he's like, this is why. Stuff like that. Or because you're envious, because you don't like somebody, because someone doesn't agree with you, because someone called you out for being disrespectful to someone that they care about. Like, not everything in life warrants y'all to go in your spice cabinet, or go to the graveyard, or go in your garage and get God knows what, and go balls to the wall. Like, especially if your life is in the gutter. Mama, focus on getting your life together. Like, focus on fixing whatever issues you're dealing with instead of trying to hurt people, because there's this saying that Daddy B used to always tell me. The scariest people in life, scariest, because my daddy wasn't afraid of anybody, to be honest, but scariest meaning most dangerous, most unpredictable, most, like, likely to snap, right, are the people with nothing to lose. Because think about it. If you have things and people and assets and good things in your life and blessings that you love and you want to protect, you are going to carry yourself a certain way, I hope, right? You're not going to want to put any of that or yourself in harm's way or do anything that could jeopardize losing what you love or what you've worked hard for, right? That's common sense. But some of y'all get so down and out and so mean-spirited, like she said, and it's the same energy of those people. I'm mostly talking to women because that's most of my audience, but men are like this too. It's the same women that get kicked out of clubs every weekend because they're trying to fight somebody. Because someone gave them the side eye. It's the same thing, except now you just want to go a different route and use a different weapon. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm all for balance and justice, and if you gotta whoop somebody's ass, go ahead. You know, talk to your spirits, do your thing. I'm not judging you, okay? Because there is a time and a place, and I know that. And I hope I've been very clear about that. Even though I don't really talk about it a lot online, and this is the reason, because I'm not going to teach that to you. In my earlier days, I was in a lot of situations where I had to defend myself, and I'm not going to lie to you, left-handed work was one of the first things I had to learn, because I had no other weapons at my disposal at that time. So I've learned a lot. I really have. When it comes to the darker, more malevolent side of things. But I'm not going to talk about it that much, and I'm not going to instruct you because I don't know whose hands that can get into. And I have to be mindful of that. That's just my opinion. Because I'm not really a teacher. Like I always say, I'm more of a guide, and I talk to you guys about certain things, and I try to stay on the lighter side on the internet, even though I'm very dark. Y'all know, like, y'all saw me the other night. I was goth as hell. But I try to stay on the more positive, healing, enlightening, side of things on the internet. Because I don't like the energy that the malevolent stuff attracts. I.e., psychopaths. And I also see a lot of stuff about people saying, oh, karma doesn't exist. Karma isn't real. It's made up. It's meant to control you. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm not going to bring that into it. Let's just say it's a certain demographic of people. New Age. Probably people who were traumatized by the church. If you catch my drift. My godmother, God bless her, always talks about balance and universal laws and all of her beautiful teachings. And one thing that she talks about is the Akashic Records and how the divine is always watching. Myself included. Girl, I am not exempt. Okay? Like, I'm not perfect. I can be a hell of a hurricane of a woman. But I try to stay on my P's and Q's because I know somebody up there is watching. Okay? It's the truth. Y'all think that I haven't had sins? And I haven't paid for those sins? I've never been an outright terrible person. I haven't really betrayed anybody that I can think of. I make sure not to because I know how that bullshit hurts. But I've still made some mistakes in my life and I've paid for them. And I try to learn from them. But I know that was karma. So I just don't suggest, if you're getting into magic for the first time in your life, to go off this notion that karma doesn't exist and that you can just go willy-nilly and do whatever you want and nobody's going to come after you, meaning spiritually. Because either, number one, you're going to piss off a spirit up there. You're going to piss off God and a Loa, an Impungo, an Orisha, a saint. Somebody's going to get mad at you. Your own ancestors will probably get mad at you because you're disgracing their legacy. Just my opinion. Or you're going to run into the wrong one. Because y'all don't know what people have. I do not, and I'm using myself as an example because I'm with Nikki 25-8. I know what she is. I know what she lives like and all that. Y'all don't know what people have. Y'all don't know who has their back, spiritually or otherwise. You don't know. Because not everybody's going to tell you. Not everybody's going to just word vomit their secrets and what they have and what they do, and you don't know. And you have to respect that boundary and respect that privacy and always assume that the person that you're wanting to make an enemy out of might just be equipped to whoop your ass. If they have to. And I've seen left hand work get out of hand in people's lives. I've had to help people with it. I've had to fight it. I've had to learn the hard way. And I mentioned this a few weeks ago about, like, when you do that kind of work and it's justified, it's gonna hit 10,000 times harder. Just saying. In a way that is gonna blow your mind. And your spirits will make sure that you know. You will get that phone call or that text message. Ask me how I know. It's been a while. Thank you, Jesus. I haven't had to really go there because I don't really like to. But it hits a lot harder when there's justice behind it and there's a reason. And like Monica Lorena said, you are trying to restore balance. Because when someone has deliberately hurt you and showed that they did not care if you lived or died, and they continuously betray you, and you bring balance to that situation, you feel pretty healed afterward. Maybe not all the way, but you feel like, okay, things are balancing. I got my justice. Like, I'm gonna be okay. I don't feel like a sore loser in this situation. I don't feel so, because I got my justice. Right? You know, the spirits got it. I just did the work type thing. That is a lot more fulfilling because it's actually meaningful, as opposed to you just not liking somebody on the internet that you don't know from a can of paint. Like, some of y'all, when you go this route over nothing, you have the common sense that the good Lord gave a snapping turtle. And I love turtles. I love them. So cute. But y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not there. It's not mathing. It's not clicking. And I'm trying to prevent y'all from, like, going off the deep end because I see this so much. Like, I am so sick of seeing it online. Because number one, if you're in these internet witch wars, why in the blue hell? Especially if you're a baby witch. And you don't have that many methods of defense or methods of attack at your disposal, and your knowledge is very limited. Not saying I know everything, but I know a few things, right? Why, if you only know 2 things on how to hurt somebody, why would you show them on the internet? And then make it known that you're coming for this person. You just showed them what you did, ma'am. Like, y'all need to read The Art of War. It's a book. I read it in high school. I don't use it that often, but because honestly, a lot of it is common sense. And a lot of it my dad taught me. But think. Be unsubtle. Like, think. Just, and calm it down. Okay? Because again, when you have all that pain and rage and just built up inside of you because of what someone did to you and they really hurt you, girl, and you know it, and you know it's not justified, and you know in your spirit that they fucked you over, and you put that into some work, it's gonna hit. It is. And it's also cathartic for you because you're hopefully able to release a good amount of that pain into the trabajo. Right? Like, you're just transferring energy so that you and your poor heart are not carrying that bullshit with you as much anymore. You're a human being. Your emotions are still going to be there. It's normal. But a good chunk of that energy can go somewhere else and get you justice. And that's not a secret. That's just common sense. Like, that's what witchcraft is. It's taking an energy from over here and transferring it or taking it away and a bunch of different stuff. right? But I see this a lot when it comes to love. People get so crazy about breakup spells, divorce spells, miscarriage spells. Do y'all know how vile that is? How disgusting that is? I've talked about this before. And I don't think anybody should do that. But especially, I mean, I'm not going to go there because it can get controversial when it comes to abortion and things like that. I'm not going to talk about it online. But I don't think anyone should use a spell to kill a child. I think that's terrible. Whether you're the mother, the father, a third party, that's terrible. If you have to get an abortion, do it the medically right, ethical way, for whatever reasons you have. Using spirits to kill children, or fetuses, or babies, whatever you want to call it, is evil, in my opinion. Most of the time. If the mother is in a life or death situation, then you need to talk to the spirits and figure that one out. But I'm talking about on a day-to-day basis. And then you have these women, they get so mad that that man didn't pick them. And that he already had a girlfriend. He could have just gotten with the girl. And gotten her pregnant. And you're mad? So you want to hurt their baby? I'm not even going to say may God be with you because... no. Like, that is fucking evil. And there's bitches who will do it. And there's practitioners who will do it. And it's terrible and disgusting. Anything to break up a family is a sin in my eyes. Maybe it's me being biased because of the energies that I walk with and my personality, and me being a Cancer, but family is like the most sacred thing on this earth. Marriage, children, grandparents, relationships, basically the thing that keeps humanity going, right? And builds legacies, and hopefully, God willing, builds good people. And you're trying to take that away from someone? That's wrong. That was my little spiel. Shit like that pisses me off. Death spells. And y'all are gonna get that look from me a lot in this video. I'm just telling you. Because this shit is crazy. Again, it has its time and its place, and I'm not gonna tell anybody how to practice. I'm not. I'm just trying to tell y'all, my burritas, like, do not listen to TikTok. Do not listen to YouTube. Do not listen to these people telling you, like, that this evil shit is okay. Because it's not. You know it's not okay. And if you don't, go to therapy. Get medication, something. Because you do not need, until you get this, meaning your conscience, sorted out, you don't need to be any damn where near a candle. And there's evil spirits that will possess people and make them do things, and they don't choose to fight it. Because a spirit can't really make you change your character that much, in my opinion. I think that they can only work with what's there, good or bad, and things will go up or down from there. I don't think that you can take a really, 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 really good person and they're possessed and they just turn into completely evil with no hopes of turning back. I just don't think that's a thing. Maybe if they went through some trauma or something, I don't know. But I've always been taught that a spirit can only go so far when it comes to influencing your character. because I've had readings where it comes up that, like, normally it's not my clients, sometimes it's people in their life. They're dealing with a lot of karmatic stuff that they refuse to, like, change their behavior. And it's a hard thing to go through, and I get it. But if you know what the problem is and you know what you're dealing with, then you can fix it. So why add to it? Why add to your karma? If you're struggling in life, I'm not saying everything is your fault, because some things are just life being life, but if you are struggling, why would you want to hurt someone unjustifiably and add to that bullshit? Because you're not going to make it easier on yourself. You might feel better for a few days, maybe even a week. You might feel like top dog. And then after that, reality is going to kick in, boo. So, I'm going to go out, enjoy my night, smoke some more Damiana, because I need it. And I will talk to y'all later, okay? Love you. Bye.